Let's take a look at the 6'7" freshman guard out of Nebraska, Bryce McGowens. I always like to start with the shooting, and it was 27% from three. Not great, I'll admit it, but I do think the catch and shoot, and especially from the corners, which is a prime spot in the NBA, was better. And I also wonder, as he continues to improve, if you can do some stuff like this, go screen with him, allow him to step in and knock this down. Where he really struggled, not a whole lot of movement, not a whole lot of stuff off the dribble, but just pure catch and shoot. There was enough reps where I feel like there's a chance he could be decent at it. But here, a little bit on the move, backing out to the corner, and you see it's just not as good a looking as a shot as he misses pretty bad. Love the defensive rebound here, and then I really like this clip because he doesn't force. He loves playing in transition. 16.4% of what he does came in transition, but he doesn't force things. I love that about him. He had turnovers, but it wasn't because he was trying to do too much. Now, off the dribble, he gets guys moving. A couple different times, he got guys slipping and sliding and was able to get his shot off. He just did not make it at a very high rate from the three-point line, and honestly, from the mid-range either. I may have more questions about his ability to score in the mid-range, and of course, if he's going to be a three-level scorer, he's got to get better there as well. So here goes to a little bit of a step back. It looks smooth. It looks fluid. He just didn't make him at a high rate. Even this one, just a little 1-2 pull-up and isn't able to knock it down. So I just have a hard time feeling super confident about the mid-range. Now, here's a clip late in the season. He does come off a screen and is able to pop right into it and knock it down. So he obviously is a project. We're trying to look at things where he could get better at. He definitely does in those two situations. Before we get to what he does best, I also wanted to look at some off-ball cutting. I think this is something he could get good at as well. His man here had eyes on the ball. He goes backdoor, not able to finish. We'll talk about the finishing in a second, but I do think that's something he could add to his game as well. He is a slight kid as a freshman. Now, there's room to put some muscle on, but what I was afraid of, this is the first game I watched about halfway through the first half, and I got a little bit nervous as you see Creighton push him off his line there, bullies him a little bit, forces him to a tough mid-range, which again, he misses. The great thing, guys, is I very rarely saw any of that. That was one of a few clips where I felt like his strength became an issue. More often than not, he's willing to play physical, he's willing to play downhill, and he's willing to get to the rim. I talked about how much he plays in transition. He finished at a 54% at the rim in transition. Not as good in catch and drive situations or isolations, which we'll talk about more, but you see him do it here. And then he plays through the contact, able to finish. So a couple with his right hand there. Here a little bit more transition, able to attack. Takes this contact and takes the foul and finishes with his left. I think he does a great job keeping his eyes on the rim when he drives. Again here, playing through contact on the drive, and then he's going to go high up over the shot blocker for this finish. So you're going to see him finish in a variety of ways. How about against Purdue? So he's going to use the ball screen, again, where the most of his usage was in pick and roll as a ball handler. He's going to snake it a little bit, go by Zach Edey, finish on the other side of the rim with his left. So you've seen all sorts of finishes. And then Jaden Ivey, maybe not the best defender, but he is explosive, and McGowens is able to go right by. Now we're doing a 12-foot lefty scoop shot from McGowan. So I just really like the full package of what he's able to finish at the rim. Here he goes a little mid post, again takes the contact, able to make the shot and get to the free throw line. So it's exciting what he's able to do, and he can even finish above the rim a little bit as he had 3 dunks in that Ohio State game. Now it's not all perfect, right? It's not like he finished 70% at the rim, so I want to be fair. So here a little bit more straight isolation. You see he's working, goes around the shot blocker, doesn't quite have enough touch to finish that one with his right hand. And then he did get blocked this time. So here's a catch and drive, little spin move. So you see he has quite the bag, but he gets that one blocked. So I just wanted to be fair. It's not like every shot was made by McGowens. Now I said the isolations. That's where he finished the worst at the rim and where I don't have a ton of confidence. As a pick and roll ball handler, I really like him. But you see EJ Liddell really lock him up here, and he just had a little bit of trouble really going by guys in true isolations. Now how about as a creator in the ball screen? So this one I thought showed where he has room to grow. Right here, the tag guy is committed. I think this should be a whip pass to the weak side corner. He sees it as you see him point for the one more pass, but it should have been him. And then as the play continues, you're going to see him make the opposite read. So now his big's going to set it. Here, He actually throws it when the tag has come. He should have just thrown, and this is one of their better shooters at Nebraska, and he misses it. So just some room to improve. Again, I always like to show the pros and the cons. Now, he had some really good reps, so here he's going to get a pick and pop, great pivot, gets his teammate a wide open shot. 1.4 assists a game, guys. You're going to look at the raw numbers. He was better than that. He played on a very poor team at Nebraska. Here, the tag guy's late, so he's going right to his big, makes the correct decision, gets his big and easy bucket at the rim. And then on this one, not the exact same situation, but the secondary guy comes. So this is what I showed you earlier. This time he does see it, gets it to that shooter for his team who isn't able to knock it down. So again, the assist numbers could have been better for Bryce McGowens. And then again, another nice read here to the hammer in the weak side corner and another miss. Like, Nebraska just flat out wasn't very good. I think his assist numbers could have been better with better teammates. Let's go to the defensive end. There's concerns there as well. I wanted to start with a couple clips I liked. One, he started on Jaden Ivey, which I loved in this Purdue game. You see him chase him off a screen, and then Ivey's going to get the ball here and just doesn't even challenge McGowens. McGowens stays in front. I know they're running action, but I did want to just highlight that he took that matchup early in the game. Here's another good clip. So he knows personnel. He's going to go under all of those screens because this is a non-shooter. And then he's going to do a good job staying in front. We'll talk about the physicality. It's a little bit concerning, okay? But he's able to recover right there, contest, and force a miss. The rest of the on-ball guy wasn't great. So here you're going to see blow by in transition, and this is the part that really kind of bothered me, is then he never gets in there and helps try to get a defensive rebound. And that's late in the game in a 3 overtime game against NC State. Maybe he was tired, but I just would have liked to see him get involved a little bit more. Here against Jaden Ivey, kind of gets blown by. You see him going just for the reach, and that's what you see Bryce McGowens go to a lot on ball, is just trying to reach. He overplays stuff a lot too. So here the ball screen overplays it. If guys jab step him, overplays it. Again, he's just going to reach, and his man goes by for a dunk. Again, late in a close game against NC State. And then here, this is where I worry a little bit, at least early in his career, about matchups as you see him get bullied just a little bit going to the rim. So there's definitely some on-ball concerns. I know he's a young kid. We're going to see one more there where he just, again, reaches, and then he's going to reach again. And the problem is, it's not like he was turning a lot of those chances into actual turnovers. He had less than a steal a game, less than a half a block a game. So it's not like he was eating up the stocks columns either. So I think it's something he's got to get a little bit better at. How about off the ball? Early in the season, definitely saw where he saw what was coming. He was just a little bit late. So here he's willing to come over, take a charge, just a little bit late with it. I can live with those. Even here, he's just a little bit late on the help, almost gets the steal, but I can live with those. As he grows and understands the game a little bit better, he's going to make those plays. The problem was it just didn't happen enough. And then you go back to the physicality. I know not every NBA team switches, but there's going to be time. So I just put these in there to make sure he's going to have to get stronger. He will get stronger. I understand that, but he definitely has to. And then a little bit too much of this, just ball watching, lackadaisical stuff off the ball as his man goes back door and gets a bucket at the rim, and just sometimes not enough sense of urgency to recover. I showed the one earlier where he tried to take the charge. Here he does a little bit of the just reach and then allows the offensive player to get all the way to the rim and score. Now, there were some, like this clip, where it gives me hope that when he gets into a system and as he grows and matures, he has it. So here he sees the guy coming through open and he's ready to help. He sees the skip pass. He plays with multiple efforts and closes out, contests the shot. Again, I would like to see him go in and try to get a rebound, but there's a little bit of hope that the defense will come around again as he matures and gets stronger.